My name is Mohammad Emil Khan. I am student of Bachelor of Dental Surgery, first year, Frontier Medical and Dental College. The topic is temporomandibular joints and congenital defects. So let's start. Temporomandibular joints. In short form, they are also known as TMJs. Actually, these are two joints. They are between the upper temporal bone and the lower mandible bone. They are present on the right and left side. They have a unique property, and that unique property is that these two joints, they function as a single unit. You can see in the diagram the joint is between the temporal bone and the mandibular bone. The articulation is bilateral synovial. These joints help in the movement of the mandible bone, hence which is used for biting, chewing, etc. These joints are also important in the part of digestion because they help you chew, bite. The chewing process, which is a part of digestion, is carried out by these joints. Congenital defects. These are structural or functional defects that occur during the intrauterine life. Complicated changes occur during embryogenesis between the 4th and 8th week of development. In these changes, histodifferentiation and organ differentiation takes place. These changes also include the formation of mouth, face, and tongue with associated structures. Embryogenesis is a delicate process. A small malfunctions can produce congenital defects. It is a really complicated process. Okay, so now agents causing congenital defects. These agents are environmental factors, or we can also call them teratogens. Teratogens are also the cause of congenital defects. There are 5 groups of teratogens. These are infectious agents, X-ray radiations, drugs, hormones, nutritional deficiencies. Total of them, these are 5. The first teratogen is infection agents. A very classic example of infectious agent is the rubella virus. As most of you are familiar with rubella virus, which induces German measles. Result of rubella virus infection of mother is cleft palate and deformities of teeth in the offspring. On the left side you can see the picture of the deformities of teeth. And on the right side is a diagram of rubella virus. The structural diagram shows lipid bilayer membrane, glycoprotein spikes, nucleocapsid inside. There is a reverse transcriptase enzyme also present, and a viral genome includes RNA, single-stranded. Everyone knows that RNA is single-stranded. The second teratogen is X-ray radiation. X-ray radiation may affect germ cell causing mutation leading to congenital malformation. Irradiation of pregnant woman causes cleft palate in the offspring. You can see the picture of a baby. It is affected with cleft palate, and on the right side you can see the mutated DNA. The third teratogen is drugs. Alcohol, cocaine, antibiotics, thyroid medication, etc. causes congenital effects. If the mother of the offspring is using any of these drugs, the offspring will have congenital effects. Accutane, methotrexate causes cleft palate and cleft lip. Some of the examples of drugs are given which causes congenital defects. Thalidomide causes limb defects, heart malformation. Imidopterin causes encephaly, hydrocephaly, and cleft lip. Phenytoin causes fetal hydantoin syndrome and MR. Trimethadone causes cleft palate, heart defects, urogenital and skeletal malformation. Moving on to our next slide. The fourth teratogen is hormones. An example is Cortisol. It is a hormone released by adrenal glands in response to stress. The causes are cleft palate. An experiment was done on mice and rabbits. Mice and rabbits were injected by cortisone. Results showed high percentage of cleft palates in the offspring. So if a mother of the fetus is in stress, so the same will happen with its offspring. The last one is nutritional deficiencies. Vitamins deficiencies have been shown to be teratogenic in experimental animals. This effect has not been demonstrated in human beings. So only animals are showing the effects. Okay, so there are timing of teratogen. If a teratogen exerts its effect during the first 4 weeks of life, when the embryo is developing rapidly, the teratogen usually damages so many cells that death of embryo occurs. Second, if a teratogen exerts its effect between 4th and 8th week, when histodifferentiation and organ differentiations are taking place, then they produce malformation, which also includes cleft palates. Malformation includes clefts. The types of clefts are discussed in the next slide. So moving on to the next slide. Unilateral cleft lip. This is a cleft palate with an unilateral cleft lip. It is a common birth defect in which a baby's lip and palate, the roof of the mouth, don't form properly. As a result, there is a split or opening cleft at one side of the lip that can extend all the way from nose to the back of the palate. In the picture, the boy, a baby, it is clearly shown there. There is an opening and it's going back towards the roof of the mouth, towards the palate. Bilateral cleft lip. A bilateral cleft lip is a common birth defect in which a baby's lip doesn't form properly, resulting in the splits, clefts on both sides of the lip, not just a single slit on both sides. In the previous one, lateral facial cleft, it was on single side, but in this one, it is on both sides. Median cleft lip. It is any congenital vertical cleft through the center of the lip. It is lack of fusion between the two medial nasal processes. In the picture given, you can see the cleft is just between the nose. Lateral facial cleft. The lateral clefts are the clefts which are positioned horizontal on the face. In the previous slides we were studying the vertical ones, but this is the unique one in which the cleft is horizontally positioned. In the picture it can be seen the cleft is in horizontal position. Mandibular cleft. It is a condition in which this condition varies in severity from a mild variety in which there is a submucous cleft and notching in the lower lip to a severe variety involving the tongue, floor of the mouth, mandible and sternum. It goes below and it is the most severe one. The most severe cleft, mandibular cleft. Thank you.